Welcome back. We're here to do the Karmic third party for the second edition of August. Now, I have pulled the cards. The first thing I got with this spread was pretty unique, and it's so funny that the fact that the crowning energy is legitimately the counselor. The first thing psychically I got was this person is trying to give counterpart advice, okay? If you currently are in a karmic relationship, I also would be very careful, especially with those maybe that have a romantic feeling towards you, trying to give you relationship advice. It is a bit of a warning. Because I do feel this person, I'm literally looking at the cheeks. The first thing I get is the devil card, especially because we are in the frequency of Venus retrograde. During this cycle, we can have an attachment to what we want another person to be seeing, feeling. And this is Mercury. This is really the way they're coming through could be with a plan in mind. This could be blasts from the past coming back of a karmic nature, but definitely these individuals here maybe aren't as stable as usual. Okay, I'd be very careful, especially with the retrogrades at this point. This person does directly feel very strongly towards the twin flame path. I am noticing that where they are in the mix of it is definitely looking at the connection. And the first thing I get is single white female. Now, this karmic doesn't have to be a female, but from an emotional point of view, this person can be creating fake profiles, trying to communicate, trying to actually find information on feminine and masculine. And we do have the twin flame card here, the masculine and the feminine in reverse. And at the heart of it, they do not want these two individuals to reconcile. So I do feel there's a little bit of a snoop going on and a feeling directly relating to it. So pre-warned with that one. What are they showing me? Yeah, I'm hearing the term two-faced. I'm hearing they also have a friend that's in on this circumstance. I just keep getting I spy. Some of you could be getting experiencing headaches. Some of you could be having prophetic dreams. But they're directly trying to block both parties here. I do feel they can be getting advice. Those that are actually in a marriage, they're not wanting to have this marriage dissolved. I do feel, especially within the karmic contract, I do feel if they are within a relationship at this point, there's a bit of a surprise. This surprise can be against feminine and masculine. I also feel for a pocket group, there is a possibility that the person who is involved in the karmic relationship may pull the pin. And this feels like it's a surprise, but the first thing they were thinking was everything was fine. So how has it got to this? I was on it. Everything was fine. They did in the back of their mind know that you were lingering. They did know in the back of their mind that you were the true love. Some of these individuals also could be already separated and there is jealousy, around you. They do look at you. It's really strange. I mean, this card here does really look like Mary Magdalene. It's almost like a priestess. It's like, some angelic being. It's in reverse. But my guides are showing me that they're looking at you as someone who's very protected, somebody who is very gifted in some way, that you do have this aura about you. And there is a lot of jealousy. They did feel damned before they started. They always knew that counterpart was very connected to you, very committed, but they were trying to really get this person to see them in a different way, to see them in the way that they saw you, but to see them in a higher regard. I'm hearing the term crown of thorns. It was like, it's a heavy cross to bear. It's almost like, trying to be somebody else has been a huge burden. A huge weight to carry. Yeah, something is coming to an end. We've got the Pluto card here. They knew it was coming, but they didn't want to admit it. There is a lot of heartache here. Some of them are experiencing nightmares. What do we get here? Yeah, it's all these emotions from the past are actually coming up. And I just feel it's taking them into this real dark place, very vengeful place. They actually feel this has really aged them. They had hoped that this old story between masculine and feminine was over. They also felt if they had children, for those who this applies, that it would hold. But some of their children have actually aged. This can be on masculine side or the karmics or feminines. It's just like they're older. I do feel also there could be a parent figure that is giving them advice. They're actually being called upon to be mature about this circumstance. But then maturity within it, they're unable to. There is a parent figure that's trying to give them advice. Some of them also are wanting children, but they're unable to. And so they have this feeling that, this connection is not going to be bound. They have a very false perspective of what relationships are. They do really feel, it could be, look, if we're living together, it means it's forever. If we're married, it means it's forever. Yet at a very foundational level, there is some problems within their views of this. And I do feel some of them could really be having some issues with maybe their mindset. This can be from a health perspective. I do feel there's a lot of disputes within this relationship. I feel there's a lot of almost like ups and downs and highs and lows. And I do feel the person who is actually involved with them is really pushing against it and saying, look, I'm really not interested in this. This has been a repeating cycle. I do feel, especially for those that do have maybe a family involvement in some shape or form, the family has directly warned the individual who is having a contract with this person. This could be a mother and father energy. It could be a stepmother and father energy, because I do feel there is something to do with a step parent. And sometimes that can merely be that one of the twins or the karmic, I'm feeling it's one of the twins, maybe a parent passed and there is a person that maybe holds that space but maybe isn't a DNA parent. I do feel they can be coming through psychically to protect both masculine and feminine, but on the karmic third party side, I do feel there's a missing link. I feel that there's something going on within the family that they're really not happy with. I do feel people are trying to speak reason to them, but they're hell-bent on it being a certain way. There could be health-related dynamics going on with this individual where they're just not seeing it. It's like they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They know what they want. They know how they feel. They have war on their mind. Some of them also could be using black magic. I'm noticing from the crowning energy, the actual moon across the head. Yeah, it's like a cult energy. Okay, what is this in relationship to, please? Okay, especially those that are already separate, this individual is still somehow part of counterpart's life. An anniversary point can be coming up. It's creating a lot of angst and emotions. I also feel this is a huge manifestation portal, and it's there's really a lot of shakeups in this person's life at this point, and they're very vengeful, very, very vengeful. They could be using, they want what they want. There is a severing of this contract. Some already, as I mentioned, the two messages I'm getting is for a pocket group, these are already separate. This is a person from the past coming back. The other group I'm getting is someone who is really unstable. They could directly be in a connection. They may have children, or it could be something to do with a family. Definitely, I'm getting an oozing energy of family. I do feel whomever was connected to this person, they're wanting it to come back in a certain fashion. They're not stable at all. There is a lot of jealousy and anger. They do want a marriage, and they do maybe get gossip that, or instincts that twin is wanting to be with, reconcile, marry divine feminine and divine masculine jointly. Okay, so there's a lot of jealousy. I'm hearing this, especially something went down for them in July, and they could be through jealousy using individuals to manipulate this circumstance. Come join us in our members hub. We also have the live super chats should you wish to join them, and the Twin Flame Joint Connection weekly. I will see you next week for the update. If you do wish to get these ahead of the crowd, you can join our YouTube membership.